What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Cat, with Life and After Life podcast. I got my youth host.
Samani. Hey.
Okay. I got my baby here tonight, y'all. She's gonna be my host tonight, y'all. So tonight we're gonna talk about our kids. They are our future. And if you don't know what's going on in your kids' life or what they're experiencing, why they're not with you, why they're in school, um, ask your kids daily, um, what's going on in their life. What happens while they're away when they're not with you at that moment? Like, what are they going through? Previously this week, y'all know school just started. It's the fourth day of school. My daughter is being bullied already, and I don't like it. And I feel like we as parents, we need to get a hold of our kids, especially like their day to day life. Like every day she get in the car, I pick her up, me or her dad. Hey, Simone, how was your day? You ask them, like yesterday when I found out about the bullying, um, both of us picked her up from school. She didn't want to tell me while her father was in the car. She waited until me and her sister rode off to the store, and then she told me what happened. She been going to school. She's been getting bullied. This is the first week of school, and she's being bullied already. Like something is clearly not right there. She said she wore a pair. One of the days she wore a pair of Pumas to school.
That was on.
When that was
That was on Thursday. Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, she wore some Pumas to school Wednesday. And what was said when you wore the Pumas to school?
It was laughing
She
because
said
they
it.
said my shoes is ugly.
She said it was laughing at her Pumas because she wore Pumas to school, and said that her Pumas was ugly. Then Thursday, she went to school and um, you what happened when you went to school Thursday?
So when I went to school, we went into our second class. We was in Miss Harris and then we went to Mr. A. And then when we got in there, he passed our worksheets out. The worksheets was already on there on our tables. So he just said, went in there and sit down. I was doing my work. I had looked up at him, and
Mm-hmm.
then he said what I was looking at, and then I just looked back down and I was just doing my work. And then when I looked back up again, he was he was just bullying me and stuff like that.
He was bullying you how?
He was calling me names. He was calling me like
Names like what? What was he calling you? Don't repeat the names what he was calling you, but basically she can't repeat them, but I can. She said he was calling her out her name, calling her B's and H's. Like I felt like for a 9-year old, however he is, 9 or 10, that was very inappropriate. And I feel like when kids speak like that in the streets, or you calling another child that, that's your upbringing. I feel like those are the things that he's been taught in his home. Either he's seen his dad treat his mom like that, or stepdad, or something like that. Because for you to be 8 or 9 years old and for you to have a vocabulary like that to speak those kind of names to my 9-year-old daughter, something is very wrong. At this point, I don't care who get offended by what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, this is my podcast, and I don't care who get offended by me speaking on this with my 9-year-old daughter, because some kids are not able to handle bullying. It's a lot of suicide going on with kids. They're not wanting to go to school. They're not wanting to be them because they're being bullied. And I don't think that, what I'm saying? I don't think that it's being spoke about a lot, about kids are being bullied. I feel like a lot of people need to speak on that more, about how kids feel, or just asking your child how they feel. How was their day? that could mean a lot. A lot of us, if we did those things, we could find out a lot about our kids. You know what I'm saying? Their day-to-day life, what they're going through, what their challenges, you know, like you just never know. And I feel like if parents was in parents not necessarily saying that because you're forcing your child or you're being more than their life that you can stop what other kids are doing. You can't. But we can be involved more, and just like when I found out she was being bullied, I called the school immediately. Those people don't care because I mean to them, they feel like that's just kid stuff. But what made them really pay attention when her dad pulled up to that school 7:50 this morning and wanted to know what was going on. I kept her from school today because I wanted to get a better view on who this child was. I have a parent conference meeting with his parent. I want to talk to the principal, and if I don't hear anything by Monday or Tuesday where I can speak with this child or his parent, I'm going to the school board because you never know. Some kids are not strong as others, and just because she was strong enough to come and tell me what was going on in school don't mean that the next child might be strong. The next child might go home and slit his wrist or slit his throat or do something, you know what I'm saying, something crazy because that child is being bullied in school. You're judging them. Like when my child told me this yesterday, I'm like, what are y'all raising? Who are y'all raising? What are these little girls that y'all raising? Y'all are raising mean girls. Y'all are raising these little thugs to be like the man that you want. It got to change. At some point, this has to change. I had a 6-year-old, 5 or 6-year-old, hey, sitting here the other day and try and bully another child because they're 8 and 9 years old and they still wear beads in their hair. That's what are y'all raising? You got grown women walking around wearing beads in their hair. But for another child to tell another child that she's too big to have beads in her hair, something is really wrong. Like really wrong. So today I'm doing youth day and I gave y'all some of what my daughter has been going through. So I'm finna let y'all hear her opinion on how being bullied. How was it? They want to hear. Go ahead.
So when he was like, we was all in the classroom. We had tables, because it was another boy, it was another boy. They had just gotten into a fight. So he had got after he was done. They had gotten into a fight. And then after he got done getting bullied, after he done with bullying me, and then he went back and other bullied me, and my other friend Mentorium.
You don't have to say names, okay?
My other friend, she said, "Don't bully my friend because you are mean. Don't bully her because you don't know her." So he was like saying like, "Don't bully him," and then he had called her name. He started calling Mentoria names and stuff like that, and Mentoria was feeling sad. And I told her, "Don't feel sad, cause he's just a bully. So don't feel sad." That's what I told her.
Okay, so how do that make you feel when you go to school and kids your age they judge you because of what you have on, how you come to school? How do you feel about that?
I feel sad because I don't be messing with nobody. I just be doing my work and I come home. That's it. That's all I do.
But I'm saying, how does it make you feel when you see other kids or you like your situation being bullied because of your appearance? Like you don't have to say any names about this individual who we're talking about, but when he came to school, like what was his appearance like? Like, I mean, was he well groomed? Like, did you feel like he was picking on you because you know you was how like
How he was
what
dressed?
because you was dressed? What make him wanted to judge you, or what make him start calling you out your name? What made him start bullying you? Like, what was it? Was this your first encounter with him?
No, he was just messing with me for nothing. I wasn't messing with him.
So
And then after I was done doing my other work, I had did. But when I was done doing my other, I did 2 essay tickets and in my math book, and I did a sheet, a science sheet. And then after I was done with after I had looked up, I looked at him, and he was like, "What you looking at?" And then he called me big cat. I wasn't messing with him. I was just sitting there doing my work, and I look right down, and I feel this sad.
So how did that make you feel for him to call you those names, and how did it make you feel?
It makes me feel sad. It kind of like I don't want to be around him no more.
Okay, did you tell somebody?
Yeah, I told my teacher, and he didn't do nothing about
See, so this is what I'm talking about here. Like, she told her teacher, and the teacher didn't do anything about it. So now that bothers me, because now I'm like, my daughter told her teacher that this child is bullying her, and he didn't do anything about it. So now basically it's like my child can't go to school. Now I'm be worrying about my child's going to school and she's not being safe, because he, as the teacher, he should have been her. He should have been there. He should have been a protector. He should have called me. That's the thing. If she went to her teacher and told her teacher that he was bullying her, I didn't get a call. That teacher should have called me immediately to let me know that my child was being bullied. But I didn't get a call. I had to call them. And thank God that my husband, he went to the school this morning, and he kind of took care of that, because I probably would be in a gray jumpsuit right now. It's so sad that you cannot send your kids to school to learn without them being judged or without them being bullied, or I mean, you just never know. Kids are going through enough in life. Our kids are our new future, so I feel like we have to protect them as much as we can. And if a lot of parents was more involved in their kids' life, a lot of that wouldn't be going on. And just like I said, I mean, I'm not so much mad at the child, but what I am mad at is that I don't know what he's going through at home. But for him to know about those words, for him to know to call a woman, those, or a little girl, those names, you hearing somebody speak that. I don't know whether your dad is speaking it to your mama or your stepdad is somebody speaking it for him to know those words, and the way that she said he worded them like how a grown man would call a woman that. Like, he knew how to word it. Who know it, what you looking at? Who, I mean, come on now. This is a 8 or 9 year old little boy.
He 11.
Come on now, he can't be 11. Come on now. If he is, something's wrong.
I think
Okay, but we're not.
10.
Okay, he 10. We ain't gonna say his name or none of that on here, because okay. But I'm just saying, at that age, it's still, they starting young with the bullying. So how did you feel not going to school today? Did it make you feel better? I mean, are you ready to go back to school Monday?
I feel better because my daddy went up there and took care of it, and I feel like I'm safe to go to school now, and that they don't have to call you or nothing.
What you mean no, Uncle, I'm coming to school Monday too.
Oh, I feel safe.
You feel safe now that your daddy went to the school?
I feel happy and safe.
Okay, so what do you feel like that the school can change, or what would make it better as far as other kids that won't be being bullied? Like what could they change?
Put him like in like a different class, or like in a different school or something.
So you feel like you need to go to a different school? So was he bullying just you?
Yeah, he was just bullying me. I don't think he was bullying. I don't know if he was bullying because she was doing her work. She was sitting there doing her work. She was sitting there doing her exit ticket, and then she was over there, and then she looked up too, and then he just started calling her banana head and stuff like that. He was being mean to her.
Oh, so he need to be checked because he got a problem. Because he got a problem with calling people names.
And nobody was messing with him.
So when you told this teacher, what did he say?
When he walked past, I said, "Miss A, um, the boy keep bullying me," and then he said, "Hold on," and that's it. And he didn't come back.
See what I'm talking about?
And then when I get out of my seat and try to tell him, he said, "Go sit back down in your seat and not get up no more. I'm calling your parents."
So this is what our kids have to deal with while they're in school and they're being bullied. Like, where is the safe place? There's no safe place. School is supposed to be a place where you go and learn your education. You should not have to be afraid to go to school because you're afraid that you're going to be bullied or you're going to be picked on. Like, again, I'm going to say, who are y'all raising? What are y'all raising? This is like, I was so mad yesterday. Like, it was just, I was livid. I'm talking about, like, I was very upset to hear that a little boy in elementary school, like, they starting early bullying. Y'all, we got to do better as far as watch over these kids better. I'm talking about, like, be better protectors. Because who's to know, he could be bullying somebody. He could have went to school bullying somebody else today. Their outcome could not have been like hers. That child probably going home thinking suicidal thoughts because this child here is bullying me. Other kids are not some kids are not strong as other kids mentally. That's why you have to teach these kids about these things. That's why I told her when she asked me, because when I was going to do this part tonight, I was going to talk with my co-host and we was going to speak on bullying. But then I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to let my baby do my part tonight with me. So other kids can hear how it feels to be bullied. She is 9 years old. There is no way that she should have been kept home today because she was bullied yesterday. Her dad shouldn't have had to go to the school and talk to the principal, the vice principal, or whoever. He shouldn't have had to go do that because she's being bullied. It's the fourth day of school, and we doing this already. You can't tell nobody how to raise their kids, and you can't tell nobody how to run their household. But pay attention to y'all kids. Get a hold of these kids. That's why it's so many of these young men losing their lives. They need more of obedience. They need a little more. They need to be taught respect. They don't have any of that. These women are raising these young men like the men that they're dating. You cannot do that because it ain't gonna be nothing left out here. Nothing. So do you feel like the bullying is gonna stop?
Mm. Yeah, just me alone because
You feel like it's gonna stop?
they because he might go to school tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow.
I'm gonna say tomorrow Saturday. Like, I'm gonna say on Monday he might come to school bullying somebody else, or he might bully me again.
Well, Your mama be there with you.
You go sit in my class?
No, I'm not gonna stay in your class.
Well,
But
you need to sit in my class in my second class. Miss Harris, all right. Mr. A.
And why I need to sit in your second class?
Mr. A, he don't know nothing. He's Jamaican.
What that got to do with anything?
No, Mama, you don't understand. He don't be know.
He's just been a teacher. The man is just being a teacher.
But if somebody else is getting bullied and he don't do nothing about it, he don't need to be no teacher.
That's correct. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. So I feel like I am Monday. I'm gonna go to the school. I talked to her dad today and figure out what we're gonna do about it. And I'm going to go to the school Monday and talk about what they spoke to him about. And if anything don't get resolved by Monday, I'm going to the school board and I'm gonna get something taken care of because this it was very touching for her to tell me that she was being bullied. I ain't know how to feel because you hear about it and you see about it on social media. You hear so many kids they taking their lives, or they want to opt out of school and go to private school. A lot of kids they antisocial because other kids are bullying them because they are who they are. They different. Um, because of how they dress or they upbringing. They you see a lot of kids being bullied who are well kept. You see a lot of kids who are bullied who are less fortunate. I just feel like if parents be a little more obedient with their kids, I feel like and pay attention to their kids a little more. What?
To watch their kids.
Yeah, that's.
Ask them how they day going when they get in the car. Some other kids, you don't know if he's going through something or not until you walk in somebody else's shoes. And other people Miss Harris said don't bully in her class. So he don't bully in her class. He only bully other people. But when Miss Harris not around, he just bully me. Or when we get in Mr. A class.
I feel like he bullied you in Mr. A class because
Mr. A don't do nothing
Mr.
about
A
it.
he tolerates it and he don't do it in Miss Harris class because he know it's gonna be he know it's gonna be consequences in Miss Harris class. So I feel like that's why he's very aware of what he's doing. He's very aware. So I see what type of child he is, what type of person that we're dealing with. But do you got anything that you want to say before like
We end it.
before we end it? Like you want to tell another child like what to do if they're being bullied? Like
Yeah. If you're being bullied, go tell an adult or a principal, any adult that's around to your parents, or tell somebody that's adult or somebody like around is adult, because that kid might go home and do something to themselves because they get bullied by other kids and stuff like that.
okay.
So if you get bullied, go tell your parents, your principal, or adult, or somebody that's around.
Okay, can you like give them a better explanation of how did you feel, or so what would you tell them to do? You know,
If you get bullied,
if you get bullied, like how do
tell
you
your parents and
right? Tell your parents,
or your grandpa or your grandma. It's not like an adult, like just coming to pick you up from school, or you walk, take the bus. You go home, just tell them. If they ask you how your day go, I'll go tell them how your day go. If you get bullied, cause don't go home and just get off. Cause tomorrow they might bully you again, and they might bully you, and you go home and do something to yourself. Like yeah, you gotta just tell an adult. Anytime you tell an adult, your brother, your sister, but don't tell no young kid. Tell like older kids.
Okay. Okay, y'all. So, um, y'all heard what she said. If you have small kids, when I publish this video, I'm gonna publish it on all social media sites so everybody can see it. This is my 9-year-old daughter, and this is the fourth. It was the fourth day of school, and
But
she
today
was
was the
being
fifth day.
right, but you didn't go today, and she was being bullied already by a little boy.
I didn't want to go to school this morning. I had an upstairs head under the car because I was scared to go to school.
See what I'm saying? She was scared to go to school. So, like, how many kids are scared to go to school because they're being bullied and not tell their parents or tell an adult that they're being bullied? Well, she did tell an adult before she came and told me, and he brushed it off. So just imagine how many adults that are brushing off kids situations like this when they tell them that they're being bullied. I feel like they need to take um, matters like this more into consideration, more seriously. When kids are coming to you telling you that they're being bullied, I feel like some people, more of the teachers, when our kids are left in their hand, they should take those matters very seriously. And for him to just like brush off what she told him, I'm gonna have to see him too because I don't like that at all. You are her safe, you her safe spot when she's away from us. When she's away from home, you are supposed to be her protector. And if she came and told you that she was being bullied in your class and you didn't protect her, I feel some type of way. So parents, I just want to say this a small message. Just um get more into your kids. Just, when they come home from school, you know, sit down, talk to them. Ask them things, how their day was, like how they feel, are they happy? Um, you know, get into just like our family. We just had a family meeting. Everybody can voice their opinion on how they feel about things. Get into y'all kids' life more because our kids are our future. Our kids are the future. And if we don't get a hold of our kids now, we ain't gonna have no future. We ain't gonna have nothing left to lean on. These are our future. So we ain't gonna hold y'all long. We're gonna end it on a small prayer.
You gonna leave it? Okay.
You scared?
Mama, you gonna do
She
it?
said she's scared, y'all. I'm just gonna Isaiah 54:17, no weapons formed against us shall prosper. Y'all pray over y'all kids, watch over y'all kids. Our kids are our future. Continue to pray over your kids. You gonna say something, mommy?
No, Mama.
Y'all, much prayer, much power. Little prayer, little power. No prayer, no power. And we out, y'all. One love, be safe. We out.